Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. You ready, man?
Yes.
Perfect.
Yes, sir,
All
I
right,
am.
so just fucking get started. Why should we talk any longer? So last
Yeah.
time we talked about getting shit done and everything, and I think yeah, all of us we have trouble with that. And I
Yep.
think the biggest problem, I guess personally, why we don't get shit done because we don't really want to do it and we don't really see the target. And I think it's really like connected to passion, and that's what we want to talk about today. So, Leon, just quickly, what do you think is passion for you? How would you describe it, like quickly?
Well, I think passion is a feeling that comes from within. It's subconsciously. You don't have to think about it. It's just there.
Mm-hmm.
And I think passion, everyone defines it differently, but for me, it's just this warm feeling in my heart, like with all excitement, like that it just feels right.
Yeah,
And it doesn't matter what it is, if
so it
it's music,
energizes you like a lot
cars.
and everything. But is it like passion for life in general that you feel, or is it just more that you like feel passion for like specific things you do? What you would you say there?
I think it sounds weird, but like I feel like life can be a thing that you have passion for.
Sure.
Like at the end of the day, I think, like I just in my head again because of the Rich Dad Poor Dad book I just finished on my way home yesterday. He always says it's basically sorry, everything is a game, right? So I would say, if you say life is the game and you have passion for the game, but you will also have passion for all the little individual things that
It
make
was
life.
just a little bit what I want to add as well, because it's not that you need to be passionate for just one specific thing. If you're
Yeah,
just like in general passionate for life, that's already amazing. But
yeah,
I think like you really see if you're like truly passionate for something or not, because
yeah,
you get it done. And if you're not passionate for something, like you don't see the target, you don't have the energy and everything. But if you're like really passionate for something, it can be literally like 3 o'clock in the morning or whatever, and I want to get that shit done. And yeah, it's if this feeling gets you, and if you follow this one, I think can unleash some quite interesting powers in yourself, and you really get to your target, I would say.
yeah, yeah. And I think it's like as I said, individual to everyone what passion is for them, and I think that you kind of need to understand if you don't if you haven't found it yet, or if you can't talk about that openly, because I can imagine now if you ask someone what's your passion, they'd be like, I don't know.
Yeah, I
And I
think
think again,
like, in my opinion, that's a question where you sure you in the beginning you're like, oh, I don't know, but you have to have like a serious discussion there, either with yourself or with a good friend. Maybe it helps to be with someone else, and then
yeah,
really find out what it really is. Because if you
yeah,
just say, oh, maybe my passion was this and that, and you say like maybe already, then you already your subconscious mind says, oh, he's talking conjunctive, so he's not really sure about what you want to do. So I think passion is something maybe you don't even have to have this conversation because it's coming up over time, because if you do certain things and you really feel like you're good at that, you really
yeah,
put the energy into. And like for me,
yeah,
for example, it's like for example just like yeah, sure, I can I can say it again, like with the stock market or things like that. It's just like it doesn't matter even if you reach a certain target or whatever, you just like really into it and you want to gain as much knowledge as possible, know how everything is connected to each other and stuff like that.
yeah,
And I think it's just something that you will realize after time, that you have the passion for something if you just keep going. And you like for, it's sometimes you think like why I'm doing that, and in the next moment you're doing it again, then you know that real passion. No, honestly, that's I think
yeah,
the point there.
yeah.
Yeah.
I think so too, and I think it's actually perfect timing. If we consider the last couple of episodes talking with Tim about everything he did, and kind of like actually he was reflecting, just like doing shit, styling your life is what he said. And you and me talked about getting shit done, and then last week I talked to Lucas about yeah, just being yourself too,
Yeah.
and this is kind of a perfect unplanned though, but a perfect lead up to today,
Actually,
because I think passion is something that can take you either out of those situations that we were talking about 2 weeks ago,
Yeah,
or make you to a person into a person that you are like Lucas or Tim,
yeah, sure.
right?
But what should the people do who are still like stuck in like the kind of, for example, in job they don't like or something they don't like? How can they find out about their passion, or how can they move outside? Like I think that's the biggest problem, and I think we should address that one.
Again, like a couple of times we already said, like have those quiet moments with yourself. And
Hmm.
if you're also, that's what I'm realizing, not everyone of course is built for that. Like not everyone can go sit in the corner, close their eyes and think about things. But if you're not that person, then just try out things.
Yeah,
No matter what age you are, just like give it a try. If you don't like it, then don't continue doing it.
sure.
That's everything, basically everything we do as kids. Like how many sports have you played as a kid? Probably like three, four, or five. How many of those are you doing now? Maybe like one or two.
Yeah.
Oh, I think that's just
Yeah,
like a
sure,
normal
sure. But I think
process.
for like people who are like in a fixed job and everything, like for them it's really difficult. And then maybe they sit down and they say like, oh, for example, like making the garden nice, working as a garden designer or something.
Yeah.
That maybe their dream. They think it now, but they still don't know because they never really felt passionate because they never did this job and everything. Like how for these people, because they have to leave their comfort zone, and for some of them it's really difficult also financially and everything. Like how you think, should they maybe start as a hobby, should they start as a side hustle, like how to get outside if you're like kind of like in the 24 in the box, or you know what I mean, what I want to address.
Yeah, if you're in a hamster wheel, I think it doesn't matter what it is. If it's a side hustle, if it's a new sport, if it's something you want to pick up, if you set your goal to say, I want to find out what my passion is, then you have to have as much discipline for that as if you want to lose weight. But once you understand what your passion is, or you get closer to like, oh, this is good, I'm going to continue doing this, it's a good feeling, and
Definitely.
it will truly give you a benefit afterwards, right?
Mhm.
I think because you said that with the gardening, we talked about that with a friend the other day. He's like, man, I need to get back into like working for something, like doing something, but I don't want to be in a job that I just don't like and it just gives me pressure every day. So we kind of asked him, like, what do you like to do? And he's like, well, like gardening and stuff. And then you said, right, like, well, then try that out.
Yeah,
There's jobs for that.
yeah, yeah, but I think it's quite difficult to really find out what your passion is first, like to really, because like some people they have like their kind of dream in their mind, but still it's so hard to execute that one and to get out of the old box. And so like is there like is there like a master tool, how what would you say, should they like try as a hobby, how can you find your passion if you didn't found it already, besides just sitting down just trying things? Like I think that's where we can help the people the most, and that's why I'm going back to that point again, you know what I mean?
I think, yeah, no, I think you should try it as a hobby. You should maybe also gather with other people that are looking for something similar, like especially nowadays with social media, there's so many things, it's so fast you can connect with people,
Yeah. So maybe
you know?
just like get started and see if it like catches you and something like that.
Yeah.
So don't be scared of trying things. And sure, sometimes it's difficult because like the circumstances of the life they don't allow us to do new things. And but we just kind of need to find out if it fits, and if it really like catches us, and if we really be like on fire, then we definitely should continue there.
Yeah. And I think what just came to my mind right there when you said that, to
Yeah.
just get started and try things out. Then again, in those moments when you do the things, you need to try to differentiate between your head and your instinct that is telling you you should or should not continue doing it, because a lot of the times you hear other people say, oh, that's stupid, like why are you doing that, and it gets to your head and then you start telling yourself, yeah, maybe I shouldn't do it.
Yeah.
But that's different feeling that if your instinct tells you, man, I don't think this is for us, or like for me. And I think there you need to try to at least be a little sensitive with yourself, and to try to understand, okay, what it is that I'm really actually feeling right now, or
Yeah.
what it is that I heard somewhere, I'm just thinking about,
Sure,
you know?
sure. But I think it's really difficult to find the edge there, or like the difference, you
Of
know?
course.
That's
And
really,
you will only find that out by continue on trying, you know? And it's a process. It's
maybe to
everything
sum it
else.
up a little bit. Like I think the best thing definitely is to use, like how you mentioned, like the benefits of social media, of all this new technology, and just like try out new different things. And maybe because passion is something you know for sure that you've got it, because you will see that
Yeah.
it's like sometimes you will be even scared of yourself where all this energy is coming from and shit like that. And you're
Yeah.
even, if you start asking yourself if you should slow it down, then you know that you have the real passion, I guess, when
Yeah.
you really find out that you don't do anything else anymore. And I think it's also like a little bit try and error. And I think that's why I was addressing it so often. We shouldn't be scared, because there's like Leon mentioned, you can start as a hobby or something like that, and you just need to do it. It's kind of,
Yeah.
yeah. Something
Definitely.
else you want to add for like summing it up, or?
No, I think that that basically says it. And I think that finding your passion is a lifelong process. And as goals change, of course, passions will change too.
Definitely.
And
I mean, if you have like a passion for getting to know a lot of things about one subject, at some point you literally know everything, and you sure you don't feel that passionate because it's you're just used to it. And then for sure it can change, and definitely, and then feel free to change yourself again.
yeah. Yeah. And I think the last thing I would add is that just to not like over pressure yourself into finding it, you know? Just like to go with the flow, find out what feels good and what doesn't.
Yeah,
And
let it be like a free process where there's
yeah,
no pressure and everything.
yeah,
And if you're already like, if sure you have your job now, you don't, you know, you're not too happy with it, but still it gives you like heaps of security, and you have to realize that. Like, sure, everything could be bad, but still there's like a big opportunity inside, and you just have to use this opportunity that you got some social, financial security and everything, and that you can maybe just start the other thing as a hobby first, and then find out more. And if it really fits to you, you will make a good job there. And then at some point you feel like, for what do I need the security there anymore? And yeah,
yeah,
I think
yeah,
that describes it very well as well.
yeah. And I think a very good example for that is, and I think I can say that is Anya, right?
Yeah,
Like he had something that she understood, she hadn't had enough knowledge for it. So she started building the knowledge. And then by time continued, she started helping other people. And almost by accident, it developed into like a business
yeah,
that she's now working on while she can like down build the hours she's working for the employer she works for. And
exactly.
if you slowly have that balance scaled out, then that's really cool.
Yeah, that's what I was mentioning before as well. First, you have the security, like this job kind of security
Yeah,
thing.
yeah, exactly.
Then over time, you do your other thing really well. People will realize that at some point you're just like, what the fuck? I don't need to do this shitty job anymore. I don't need that security anymore. And then you can just move on
Yeah,
and really like see the opportunity. Like, sure, this job may be shitty now, but see the opportunity. It gives you security now. It gives you like a certain amount of money each month or
like a
whatever. You
base.
can invest that into growing yourself, into your ideas, into your passion or whatever. And yeah, literally, like passion, I would say personally, it's nothing you can reach by working hard for it or whatever. It's just something that comes up over time. And as more as you try, and as more as you're willing to step into new things, as more you allow yourself to open towards passion, maybe. Or
Yeah,
it's the maybe, like, let's say the Wahrscheinlichkeit. The Wahrscheinlichkeit is
probability.
the probability is higher if you're like open towards that you really find your passion. But still, it could
Yeah,
be like that you never find it.
yeah, yeah. And I think, as you said correctly, it's not the hard work that you will have to use in order to get that, but
Well, I think
it's that stream of
passion will
focus.
bring or will make you a hardworking person.
Yeah, no, no, yeah, I know, but I just wanted to agree to what you said.
Yeah,
Like, you're not gonna get it by working hard, just like punching your head through the walls. But what you can do, and what I think you will definitely find helpful, is that if you focus that stream of energy or the stream of focus into that direction. It's like the law of attraction, right? It will then, come to you somehow if
Yeah.
you keep on working on it to find it.
And I think there are like a few like little kind of tools, like being open-minded and stuff like that, because you just allow more different inputs to flow towards you, and then you can a little bit be like, oh, this one is nice. I pick out this one, and oh, this one is nice, and you just let everything come to you. You don't need to do
So
shit.
you think open mind, then also probably talking to other people about it.
Definitely being like real honest to other people as well, because you can say to them, oh man, I'm working with BMW, they pay me so nice, I can pay all these fancy cars. But if you like honest to your friend and you tell them like, man, I do it like every day, just the same screw in the car, it's like 1,000 screws now, 1,000 cars, and I never build a finished car, I'm just doing this shit.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? You have to be honest to the others one as well.
Yeah,
the conversation.
So then also leaving your comfort zone, right? And then focusing your energy.
Definitely. Good point.
Into using the law of attraction.
Awesome.
Cool. Sounds good, man.
Definitely.
Perfect.
All right. Should we just sum it up with this one, or?
I would say so. Yeah.
Awesome. In this case, enjoy the weekend.
Yes.
The best out of it. All right. See you.
Peace out, guys.